What is up, squad? I just recently, as of I think 2 days ago, got Diamond Fogborn, which, God, Diamond ranking is so excruciatingly painful. So, it's worth a special occasion. It's a special occasion, so I gotta make a special little video. But instead of just showcasing the actual diamond skins or ranked skins, I'm just gonna make a tier list out of all of these skins. Because I feel like I'm pretty well versed on which ones are good and which ones are bad. These are just Fogborn skins, though. I don't know shit about most of the skins in the game. They'll come on their own, I imagine. But yeah, I fucking suck at intros. Let's just get right into this. Let's look at our tiers here. We'll start at the bottom. It's just balls. This is for the skins that are just balls. If you couldn't tell, they just fucking suck. Not to be rude to any of the modelers or devs that made it, but they fucking suck. Just take things at face value, see them how they are, and let's be honest, fucking hell, some of these skins suck. And then there's could be a lot better, which I mean, they're not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like, you know, it's still pretty shitty. And then we got verging on bad, which is like they're not necessarily bad, but they're just kind of average. They're not there yet, but they're pretty close to being not really something I'd use. And then pretty good. This is like the other sort of average tier, but it's not where they're like bad. It's they're decent. They're okay. Cool as shit. This is for the ones that are like, yeah, these are fucking great, awesome, amazing, phenomenal. I'll use this probably pretty frequently. And then I fuck with this heavy is things that I fuck with heavy. That's like there's gonna be like one or two skins here because there are there's few skins that you gotta fuck with heavy this hard. With that being said, I did not get much sleep last night. Anyways, here's Fogborn. This is just basic Fogborn at face value. I fuck with this heavy. It's just Fogborn. You can't really go wrong with it. If I ever do any more of these tier lists, you can pretty much guarantee that the default skins are always going to be in top tier. Because where else would they go? You can't really do much wrong with them. And then moving on to, I actually forgot the name of this one. Okay, we're back. It is the Lurker skin. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of just the same thing, but with no blood on the teeth, and it's just a little more blue. So I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I guess if you don't like the red on the teeth, then you could use it. But I'd say it's not good by any stretch of the way. It's not something I'd see myself using, but I'm sure somebody has some use for it. And then the Watcher skin. Maybe these are references to something that I don't fucking know. I think this one looks like total shit. It just looks like a fucking naked dude, and he's like covered in rocks and shit, and it's just not good. Then we got the brine skin. Please ignore my horrible cropping skills. I think this one's pretty good. It's almost at verging on bad tier, but this is about like these two tiers are about the average tiers. This is where the skins that are average would go. Except these are the ones that are on one hand kind of bad. These are the ones that are on the other hand kind of good. Now, uh, you're gonna be noticing a bit of a pattern here with the it's just balls tier, and is that basically the skins that just look like naked dudes are gonna be here because silver, eh, it is a bad skin objectively. Silver and bronze skins aren't necessarily supposed to look very good because I mean, all things considered, they're pretty easy to get. But I mean, come on, like that's not silver. He's a nude. It's a naked white guy, and you can already get the skin, but like darker for 375. I'm pretty sure. Moving on, our next rank skin. God, the rank skin could be so much better, man. Here's bronze. Now I'm gonna be a little nicer to bronze. I could actually see bronze. Honestly, bronze is a lot better than silver, and that's fair enough, I guess. It's brown's a bit of an easier color to work with Fogborn. I'm gonna give him a pretty good tier. I would give him that, but he kind of reminds me of a cockroach, and I think that's kind of funny. So just for that, he's gonna be up there for a tier. Now, gold is I'd argue it's probably the best of the ranked skins. It doesn't look necessarily as good as some of the other skins, but for a rank skin and for being gold, it's nice. I like it. So I'll put him there. I think he's pretty cool. I liked using him. On a side notation with this guy, he literally is impossible to see, and it's kind of like a competitive advantage. Like if he was easier to see, he'd be down here. But literally the only thing you can see on this model when you're a player is the teeth. So if you just turn your back, then you are invisible, and it is so fucking broken. Now we move on to Norpy, which I like the Norpy skins. I'm joking. No, I think the Norpy skins are objectively pretty bad. I don't know why you would pay for it. I think the only good Norpy skin is really Aoni, because that's where it kind of works. And it's not terrible. I'd say it's above these two. And as far as a Norpy skin goes, it is pretty good for a Norpy skin. You'd think they'd do a little more for a skin that costs real world dollars or just a fuck ton of money. But, you know, give or take, I guess. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. And I got what I got, and I'm fucking pissed. Because it could be better. Aside from that, it's pretty good though. I mean, he's funny. He's green. If it was themed a different way, I probably would have bumped it down a tier or two. But he's just a funny little green guy. Now, oh boy. Now this is a bit of a hot take, but I think that the Skulk skin looks pretty bad. Cause like I don't know, they did all that they could for a Skulk skin on Fogborn. It's just the problem is it kind of just doesn't work. Because if you look at the Warden and then you look at Fogborn, they have two completely different builds. So it just ends up looking like a malnourished Warden. And the eyes kind of cut off weird, like where Fogborn's eyes normally are. Fogborn's eyes are like his main attribute aside from the giant ass teeth. Where his eyes normally take up so much space, it's just all blank. And then it cuts off abruptly and leads straight to a mouth. Which Fogborn, not Fogborn. The Warden also doesn't have teeth, so it does add a bit of a weird image. I don't think they could have done anything really better, but you know, it's okay. On a completely opposite note, Bedrock is probably the best Fogborn skin. And I'm not gonna put it above the original model, because the original model, you kind of always gotta give that one top tier, because the original model is, the actual character. But the Bedrock skin is fucking gorgeous. I don't know if it's inspired by anything. I have no idea. But the way the teeth look, the way the back spikes work, there's some beautiful artwork that this one guy made of it in the Discord that I can't seem to remember. But if I remember to put it in, I'll probably have it on screen right now. On a completely other note again, because we are just on a roller coaster today, Diamond Fogborn. The hardest one to get that I wasted years of my life. That's what it felt like getting this thing. I'll be honest, it sucks. It's not good. It's not as bad as just the two naked dudes down here, but it's bad. It's pretty fucking bad. I will say, when playing as it, it does look a little better than it does in the menu because like those white lines where the teeth are, they look like the two sets of teeth are like the same. But it's actually a back row of teeth and then a front row of teeth. I'm like that looks better than it does in the menu. But if you look at the back, the spikes, imagine, are supposed to be diamonds like Minecraft. They look really bad, and they're just really kind of ugly to look at. I'm still gonna use this now because I'm kind of like contractually obligated now that I wasted my time getting a diamond. But fuck, it's just not it's not that good. And then Fogborn Gojo. Now this skin, oh, I got a message. Anyways, Fogborn Gojo. Now this skin did get remodeled not too long ago actually, and I think it does look better now than how it did before. It is decently different. I do like this skin a lot though, and it has custom effects. I'm not gonna put it top tier because I don't think it's as good as Bedrock. But I will say it's pretty close. And the effects look pretty neat, honestly. I'm a pretty big fan of the Gojo Fogborn skin. But this is the list. If you have your own lists, I heavily encourage you to put them in the comments, not just because I want to gauge like public opinion, but also because I just need the algorithm to boost the hell out of me. We on a bit of a content struggle with these recent videos, so we're hoping to make a name for ourselves in Pillar Chase. Subscribe, like, that would be much appreciated. Mucho bueno. And I'll put this link to the tier list in the description so you can do whatever the hell you want with it. You could power scale them. You'll write, like, I could beat him. And then, like, he fucked me up. Fuck. There you go. That's something else you could do with a fucking tier list. I could beat him. The two actually cool skins. He'd fuck me up. Two naked dudes. Yeah, sounds about right. I'm drawing the hell out of this video now. I'll see you later. Yeah, fucking bye.